Hello and welcome to Lazy Cinema, to another episode where we take a look at how Zack Snyder would be like if he went with a teenage fantasy and transformed it into a movie with one of the worst films I ever saw that Zack Snyder directed. This is my review of Zack Snyder's Sucker Punch. When you have a favorite director, it's not often where the director will go down a tangent and have one worst movie behind a lot of successful ones. It is something that does happen quite often, but especially in the case of Zack Snyder, where he had movies like Justice League, 300, Watchmen, and even Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole under his belt, which are some of my favorite movies, aside from never seeing 300 at the point. Where would you go from here? Well, how about a sexy female fantasy movie? The movie feels very off-putting, especially since they try to make someone a Harley Quinn type of character in a movie that should not be about Harley Quinn or anything. He tried to make this about a femme fatale team and trying to escape from a mental institution where things go horribly wrong inside of it. The whole entire thing, without spoiling it, is just really off-putting because you think that this is all happening, but when it gets to the big reveal at the end, it really pissed me off because I was someone that was hoping like, okay, maybe they'll pick it up towards the end, but it actually got worse. This review I also wanted to do because I got called out for it on Twitter because I couldn't understand what was happening because I didn't see it through the feminist eye. And you know, I don't have to be a feminist to understand a good movie. A good movie has to have a good story, good actors, and a good presentation. If you don't have any of that in your movie, you have nothing. As Stan Lee once said, a good comic book can have a great story but bad artwork, or great artwork but with a bad story. And this sadly has neither a good story and neither good actors. My only favorite part was toward the end where they had John Hamm and Carl Gugino talking to each other. Mostly because these are two actors that I hold high respect for and actually did a good job toward the end of it. Even John Hamm thinking to himself, what did he do to a young girl who did not deserve this? And it really goes to show that toward the end they show a broken character, yes, with a young woman, aka Baby Doll, but for the other characters like Vanessa Hudson and all of them, seeing them in lingerie for 99% of the movie didn't get my jollies off on it. I didn't think that these were strong female characters. I thought that these were strippers because that's what the movie is showing us. These are girls who dance for other people for money. This is not something that I needed to see. And when they go into these dream sequences, the movie takes even fucking more time to make it worse because these dream sequences aren't really dream sequences. They're just fucking something that happens in her head, maybe that she has an active imagination. In a movie like The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, it makes sense because Walter Mitty is supposed to be a very imaginative man. But in a movie like Sucker Punch, it comes off out of nowhere because she's supposed to be dancing. Yeah, right, dancing. You know, if you wanted to do a burlesque type movie with femme fatale characters, that probably would have been great for me. But to see in fact that Zack Snyder produced this with his own wife, Deborah, makes me even more concerned about what the frick happened. Now, no. I don't want people calling me out in the comments saying that I don't understand this movie. I tried to. I thought long and hard about what happened in this movie, and you know what? I don't get it. And I choose not to. The movie had very terrible directing, very bad editing, and CGI that would make an Xbox, an original Xbox, and a PlayStation 2 laugh. I mean, some of the CGIs are bad, especially when they start ripping off other movies that did this better, including Lord of the fucking Rings. If I wanted to watch The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings, I put on The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings. Sucker Punch is one of the worst Zack Snyder movies I've ever seen, and I'm not changing my opinion on that. If you want better Zack Snyder movies, please see Justice League, Watchmen, or Guardians of Gahul, or even 300. Stay the hell away from Sucker Punch because it is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. With a badly written story, with a director who is one of the greats who've fallen far from heaven and somehow got demon wings to fly back up there. I'm Lazy Universe, and dear God, this movie sucks. If you want a good stripper movie, go watch Burlesque. If you want a good female protagonist movie, see something like Tomb Raider or A Battle Angel, Alita, or Ghost in a Shell. Don't watch this. This movie sucks.